Give me a stroke. Give me some game. Stroke Ski Podcast.
You know, PGA Tour is going to be pretty interesting this week.
There he is. Oh,
he doesn't look too good there. Are you okay?
Hold on a second. Can you see me?
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Where did you move? Witness protection in North Dakota?
Yeah, it looks like it. Look at that move.
Doesn't this have a little Ozarks look to it? I like this.
Hey, Wendy definitely looks like an Ozark. Is that Wendy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi, Wendy.
Hello.
How's everything?
Hi, John.
Hi,
How are you?
Yeah, you look like you're in hide in the North Carolina mountains. The Unabomber was.
How is everybody? I mean, this is great. Happy Monday. Thanks for having us on the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on, man. It's awesome.
Hey, Brian, John's eating, so don't bother him over there.
I know. I've got some Triscuits and horseradish cheddar myself.
I just got off the golf course. If I didn't eat, I'd be grouchy. So.
Where'd you play, John?
I played Old Oaks today.
Nice.
They cut the greens fees, so I figured I'd give it a
Great.
the old home course.
You don't have to eat that whole thing in one bite. You can take a couple bites. It was like a mountain on that fork.
It's like a back.
Johnny's gonna start choking on air. But see, that's a perfect summary of like what's going on. Like Johnny, I know you just got home, but you've had like back to back and more lessons the past week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
I'm averaging, without exaggeration, because I'm keeping track of it, I'm averaging about 50 to 60 hours a week in lessons.
Teaching
only, just teaching. And that's on top of being there doing whatever else comes up, emails or something.
I mean, I hope your expectations don't. I mean, I hope that when you come down here, we both have that many lessons. Brian, to fill you in, John's gonna come down here and he's gonna help me out at Park Ridge.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So me and him are same lessons. Why don't you use your imagination with that?
They're gonna. That's right. 2 people are gonna give 1 lesson. You're gonna make $15 an hour.
But Jet's gonna be giving a shanking lesson over there. We're gonna be like, "Oh, can you aim left?"
Yeah, you know what? I should officially congratulate Mr. Majette on his new appointment. That's fantastic. So congratulations, man.
Thank you. It came at the right time. Or the wrong time if you look at it. It just throws another thing onto the old plate of the buffet that I have in front of me every day. But yeah, like
he's either power washing an office, he's teaching a golf lesson, he's folding a shirt. I don't know which one he's doing.
So I'm still working for my dad, and I'm pretty much in charge of, like, he just got a whole bunch of PPE and all that stuff in the shop. So I'm handling his shipping and inventory and all that stuff because that's what I do with my training aids. That's what I'm doing with the shirts and the hats. So I was like, Dad, what are you paying people for? Like, I'll just come into the office and handle it for you. I got to get up at 5:30 in the morning and drive down to Pompano from Palm Beach Gardens and do it. But it's easy. It's not bad. Go to Park Ridge on my way home, teach, and then, you mix in the podcast, you mix in the 14 sticks, you mix in dealing with Johnny or trying to get in touch with Johnny.
Saving lives. I'm like a first responder up there right now.
Saving golf swings. But yeah, it's picking up. It's good. I had 3 lessons today, 3 lessons yesterday. A lot of people are starting to notice it. So hopefully by the time Johnny gets down here, we have a little bit of an indoor trailer in the back. I heard that it was in the making. So yeah, should get cranking. Might be the Strokes Gained Golf Academy.
Very nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is if Johnny and I don't kill each other or kill someone.
Well, I saw you uploaded your first before and after student swing, which is always fun. There's nothing instructors like more than here's what it was and here's what it is now, and I think students need that too. And there should be some immediate gratification when you come for a lesson. They come in and they should walk out of there like they've got a plan and they know what they've got to do to get better, and to see that improvement in video form is pretty cool. So congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, that swing in the after position, he was like, I was like, I'm going to show you this video. Show me where you think you took the club back to. And it was literally like waist high. So I showed him and he goes, oh my God. It's like, dude.
After just playing 18 holes at Old Oaks, it's in great shape. It's ridiculous right now. I'm not a good enough teacher to teach these people to play this place. It's not possible. I mean, now when they're coming to my lesson at 3 o'clock after 18 holes, they look like we're in D-Day.
They just played the black.
So like, we need a rebuild. I'm like, no, you just need to go join Saxon Woods. That's it.
I feel like doing a little video test with DiPilato and just say, how much do you think was on that fork that you were putting in your mouth? Because whatever you think just went in there. It was like 10 times.
I am complete. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I was getting a little pissed off because this fork is like the plastic shitty fork, and the piece of broccoli it was splitting the prongs, and so I just shoveled it. I didn't even say I just shoveled it.
We're gonna see somebody running in, giving them the Heimlich maneuver in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can walk a little bit. I gotta move. I'm one of those guys that likes to meander when I'm on the phone. I can't sit still, so I'm moving.
I'm with you, but I've been moving all day, so.
Don't go too far from that Wi-Fi.
Oh God.
So yeah, definitely. I know I brought it up in the text conversation. I definitely want to talk about how good of an effect this whole spread out tee times. I don't know if you guys are doing it, but down here, the 12-minute tee times, the 15-minute tee times, the pace of play. I mean, I've gone out and played a few times, and everybody in their individual cart. What it's done for pace of play is ridiculously good. Now, I know a lot of facilities aren't going to be able to buy another 100 golf carts, because we do have places like where I was working, Hempstead and Mayaku, where they do 60,000 rounds in 8 months, it feels like. But yeah, that was definitely an observation of what we're all going through right now.
Well, let me jump in and get to the other side of the coin here. I mean, we love to debate. That's what Frank and I do every week. But, obviously the superintendents are not very happy. I mean, the pace of play is a nice thing, but the amount of wear on the golf course has doubled, theoretically. The amount of maintenance that needs to get done to golf cart fleets has doubled. So, there are some good things. I like how you're looking at the positives with the pace of play and some of the spacing on the golf course, and that is a good thing. But, man, there are some challenges, too, especially when it comes to staffing, cleaning carts, maintenance of carts, and the impact it has on the golf course. And, you get twice the number of wheels out there, and it starts to become a bit of a circus. I'm a little upset that it's like that. I'd rather have it like that than not play golf, but I'm hoping people can sooner or later find consent and feel safe sitting next to each other too.
Yeah, I know there's been a bit of a alteration with that. Like if you're in the same household, you can ride with somebody, or if you're friendly, if you're friends with somebody, you can ride with someone. But yeah, on the other side of the things, it's a good point to bring up, because
I think each specific facility is so unique too. Like think about it, like up here in our section, the best section, not here in Florida. Like Patriot Hills, you can't walk that place. Like everyone needs carts to go play Patriot Hills. Like Old Oaks, I I told Nick Maselli, the head pro, if anyone doesn't know, everyone knows Nick Maselli. I asked him, I said, in your 4th year as head pro, did you think you were going to sell 100 pull carts and about 60 mats? Right? So, like, a lot of members are taking pull carts, and so, like, we ordered or rented another 20 carts for the year, so we have 70 now. But a lot of guys there's foursomes out there with 4 pull carts and no caddies, and it's unbelievable how many members are coming off the golf course, enjoying their round more with pull carts, no caddies, because, yes, the private club world, we all like caddies. It's an experience. You bring 3 clients, whatever the case may be. But everyone goes to their own ball. Everyone shoots their own yardage. Just in general, the pace of play is way better. Now, in our case, our halfway house is closed. So that's 15 minutes right there off the round of golf because they're not standing there, offering a full course meal. But it's amazing. I'm shocked. Like, it's an unfortunate thing. I honestly think all of this going around is going to hurt caddy programs because I don't see Old Oak specifically making caddies mandatory anytime soon, like the normal hours that you need to take them. And caddy programs are going to be suffering because a lot of people are realizing, wow, I don't need a caddy. I can kind of figure out how to play golf on my own.
I think the walking is definitely a silver lining. I love that. That's what I was hoping. I was hoping more people would play golf on foot and get away from the carts a little bit. And I think we're seeing some of that. Go ahead, Frank.
John Krajewski, who is the head of the Western Golf Association and the Evans Scholarship Program, I talked to him the other day, and they're very concerned about it too because of how many kids are going to school on scholarships for caddy scholarships as well. Like right now, he said he's okay this year. They've got they're through their interviews, are pretty much almost completely through. But we got to get these kids back out there again so that they can at least be in contention for these scholarships next year because, hey, look at what the Westchester Golf Association and the Metropolitan Golf Association do, but nothing like the Evans Scholarship, full scholarships to Big Ten schools, room and board. So we got to get those kids back out there as well.
I was going to quote Caddyshack and be like, well, the world needs ditch diggers too. Talking to going along with Johnny's hat over there.
Hey, one other thing that when you're talking about the carts and getting out there and playing fast, it's kind of like the old days. I remember when I was an assistant in Chicago. You'd have 6 guys go out in 6 carts at 7:30 and play 9 holes in 30 minutes.
Yep.
Just going and hey, you know what? You always played well because you weren't. It was kind of getting dark. You weren't thinking about your swing and. You're just thinking about trying
not
to
worried about where everybody else's ball is, or if you got to drive some guy to his ball and then go to your ball, and
The other positive I see out of all this too, it's hard to look for positives out of all this situation, but I think the golf industry really is in the better. Like I am blown away of how many kids, like no one's in camp. No one's going to college or in college or in school or whatever they're doing. There's no activities going on in their world. So they're all forced to come to the club. I mean, I can't tell you how many lessons and how many kids between the ages of 13 and 17 who are kind of at that weird age where they don't know if golf is cool yet. None of their friends are really doing it. Like, they're not quite in the business world to realize it's important. Like, when you're at Old Oaks on a normal day at 5, 6 o'clock, it's usually about 8 pros and maybe 3 members on the course. Now, at 6 o'clock at night on a weekday, we're out there playing golf, and there's 15, 14-year-olds playing with each other, having fun, with cards, playing music. It's such a cool vibe, and I think they're all realizing how golf is fun and how they should be appreciative that their families are members of the club. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome.
14.
Are the other facilities open?
Okay, 17-year-old.
Thanks, John.
John,
kids are riding ATVs and snowmobiles.
Are the pools open at the facilities? Are they going to be opening soon, like next week?
I don't know anything about the pool. I mean, obviously starting tomorrow, I think you're allowed outside seating to an extent, and there's a little other limitations. But I don't know if the pool. I really don't know if the pool's going to open at all, frankly.
You know what I wanted to ask, John, especially since you're teaching so much. What's it been like? I mean, have students come with masks? Are they reluctant to have you touch their grip and, kind of move them into position? I'll tell you what, I've had sort of a mixed bag of students so far up here at Osiris, and some are cool with it. Some you can tell you got to sort of teach from afar.
So by default, I stay away. I personally do not wear a mask when I'm up there because, it is what it is. If when it's 85 and humid, you're not going to make it for more than 30 minutes. But no one, I would say 90% of the people I teach, they have no concerns. I've never had anyone really come up to me and say, listen, can you wear a mask, or like, don't get close to me. I use common sense. If he's an older guy, I don't really get near him. Some people flat out tell me, like, you can come near me, like, grab me, show me. There's a couple people that Nick actually teaches that requested the mask to be on when Nick was teaching. Honestly, from a golf pro standpoint, which is really challenging, which I didn't realize until I started really getting involved in teaching, it is really hard to teach a beginner or a beginner golfer, or even a guy starting golf, without touching them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like it is. Like you don't realize how much requirements there is to grab a shaft or grab their head or grab their what. It's hard to verbalize sometimes, like, what you want them to do, because they don't know what you're talking about.
I just had that happen today. I taught a beginner kid. He's like, I've only played golf 3 times. He actually has never driven a golf cart in his life. He just graduated from college. It's like, all my friends are starting to pick it up, and I just wanted to do it. So I'm like, I obviously got to ask the question, do you mind if I come close or put you in certain positions? He's like, no problem. I haven't had one person yet request a mask or be kind of touchy-feely with that. But we do start junior camps next week. Now, it's obviously dependent on if we get kids to sign up in such a short notice. However, we are required to wear masks, and I'm anxious to see how that's going to be in 90-degree weather. And we got the kids for 3 hours a day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
I mean, listen, I got one lesson the other day that was spraying the balls around with spray before they were hit. Now, they're my member. I'm not going to say anything, but if you're that paranoid, I'd request staying in your closet. Spray the ball and
right.
touching the ball. So I let it go. It smelled like lavender, so it smelled pretty nice on the range. Didn't mind it, but oh boy.
I'm pretty sure range balls, like, you don't really have to touch them. They're struck, they're picked up, they're thrown in the machine, then they're put in the...
So our driving range, we tipped the baskets over, so no one's required to touch the basket. So the only time you really have to touch a ball if you want to tee up a driver, but you just scoop it with your iron and hit it. Like, by the time struck with an iron, bounces in the mud, rolls in the dirt, then they pick it up, pick it with the picker, put it in the picker, put it back to the basket. I like to think COVID's not on it. But,
It could be in the air, John. It could be in the air. They get the ball airborne, it strikes that COVID. What happened? It was the COVID. It hit the... What was I going to... Speaking of not touching the golf balls and the buckets and all that stuff, I think I ran this by you, Brian. I definitely ran it by Johnny. Frank. So I have actually a prototype in the works right now for a sort of... It's called a BYOB. Bring your own bucket. So it folds. It's made out of leather. It's pretty much like what you would see on a boat, like fishermen have. It's the material. I don't know what it's made out of, but it twists, so it collapses. It'll fit in a golf bag, and it opens up. So now you can bring your own bucket to the driving range if you don't want to touch public buckets. Now I know some private clubs have balls out there already and all that stuff, so we might eliminate some of the market. However, you can also use it as a cooler. So it's going to come with an insulated liner that's pretty much like a pull tie, so it stays secure, that you put in this bucket. So obviously the dirt from the golf balls that are in the bucket doesn't get on your ice or your beer or your drinks. Has a hole in the bottom of both for drainage. All you do after the round, dump the ice, twist it up, put it in the package, put it in your golf bag.
I like it. Is it heated as well, so John can
No.
bring his food out to the range?
No.
There's a side compartment for hand sanitizer in case you're afraid.
Yeah, so we'll have to accessorize it with pockets for masks and PPE to go.
I mean, let alone going to the driving range, I got to remember my shoes, my JBL speaker, and my golf bag. Now I got to remember my bucket, my hand sanitizer, gloves. I mean, this is a process now. This is getting a little out of control.
Yeah, instead of the accessory, the valuables bag that people like. I used to use a Crown Royal bag to keep all my tees, divot tools, coins, all that stuff in. Now you got to put the PPE stuff in there as well.
You know who's figured it out? The Prince of Morocco. That guy doesn't look down to pick up his tee. That guy, when he can go look, that whole entourage, he's got it figured out. He hasn't touched a surface in 25 years.
But yeah, I found a manufacturer who seems cost effective, and they're actually building a prototype for it. And the guy's Custom Fit Golf. He runs John Prince Learning Center down here, and he got the bid for Okehely and Park Ridge, where I'm at. So Rich Kelly, former member of the Met section, is now the head pro at Okehely, and I'm over at Park Ridge. But the guy said that I can bring out the stuff. I'm gonna make it as part of 14 Sticks Golf, because we're also an accessories company. Bring shirts, hats, and the BYOBs. Bring your own buckets, and get some feedback.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's great. Now, can you logo the BYOB?
we can. With a certain number of buckets to order, they'll do it without like their logo on it. So I won't have to like patch it up, and just in case the patch falls off. Oh my God, this isn't made by them. We want to kind of put our logo on it, or it will be customized where we could embroider your name on it before the bucket is manufactured. Yeah.
I got to tell you, I hand it to you for finding some opportunities in all of this and going after it. That makes a ton of sense. I think we all have to figure out how we can manage competitions and larger groups. We've got some events coming up at Osiris where you want to promote it, you want to talk about how it's going to be a huge, incredible event, but at the same time, you have to say there's going to be staggered seating, there's going to be plenty of elbow room, there's going to be room for fresh air to filter among everybody, and yet it's going to be a really cool event. And I think people are figuring things out. Weddings and celebrations, parties. How do you do this and not offend certain people? I mean, we're making light of a lot of it. It's a serious thing, and there are people that have been really gravely affected by that, and we respect that. But at the same time, I'm worried about masks. I'm worried about people not getting fresh air. I'm worried about people breathing their own CO2 all day and maybe getting sick from that. So we got to get back to competition.
I'm going to tell you something.
Back to things and figure out some cool ways to do it.
Yes, I'm going to tell you something. So I took, as part of my dad's business, he does sanitation. So we had to take a class on this new COVID sanitation stuff. The N95 masks are doing more harm than good.
Yeah.
Number one, they're not. 95 is for 95% effective, not against COVID. So COVID, they measure it in microns, and the N95 masks allow the COVID thing is so small that it allows it to flow in and out. It doesn't do anything. So the N95 masks are kind of, I don't want to say pointless, but to your point, like it's really not doing anything. And as far as go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
That's the one that's got that little piece of plastic in the front. Is that the one?
Yeah, that one. And like the surgical masks are actually obviously more effective. The 3-ply cloth, that's better.
Yeah.
But from what I understood from the class, it was the N95 masks really don't help. But back to the point about competitions and all that stuff. I think, and I kind of mentioned it before, as far as scorecards and pencils and all that stuff, now that we have technology to keep score on our phones, I know there's a couple apps out there where you could send your score to a friend. All they have to do is click the attest button, and boom, there's the signature. So you don't have to worry about touching scorecards and doing all this stuff and going to a scoring area. Like, I'm pretty sure that's when tournaments start to kick in, the scoring area is going to be a lot more spread out, and it's going to be a little bit awkward as far as exchanging scorecards and getting those signed. Yeah. So
I'll tell you, you know what's coming back?
What?
John DiPilato, you write this down, okay? This is what's coming back. The fanny pack is coming back. Okay, the fanny pack is going to resurge. People need something to put their sanitizer in, and their teas, and their pencils. And
so we're gonna have to teach people on how to swing with the fanny pack on now.
Yeah, you got to have the proper side. Yeah.
Well, sir, you kind of got a little early extension. Well, yeah, I have a fanny pack that weighs about 40 pounds on my back.
Yeah, well, some of the people.
I can't wait. I can't wait in the New York State Open qualifier and out there, like on the 12th hole, and John's out there with his fanny pack on and throwing his clubs, flipping his fanny pack.
I'll tell you what, if I'm blessed enough to play in the State Open, walking out of that summer desert, I'm not going to be having a fanny pack, have an oxygen tank drain behind me.
Oh God, that first or second podcast we did after the first round of the State Open.
I think I was sitting in the chair like this.
We're on camera. We got our hats like this. Our shirts are over here. We're like, dude, we look like we just walked out of battle.
This whole thing though. Like, I don't know what the end point is. Like, I mean, yeah, in the grand scheme of things, if we got a cure or a vaccine, I just feel like this is gonna, like, how we operate the facilities are gonna be kind of changed forever. Almost.
It is.
Like realistically, I think there's a lot more positive that can come out of the whole thing. But I mean, just from the sanitizing of carts and just like, how about the restaurants we go in that are elbow to elbow tables? Like, I almost feel like there's going to be new mandates for occupancy in restaurants or stores, or I say it all the time. We as golf professionals or in the golf industry, we're in our own little bubble. We're very fortunate that we have the ability to spread out and have a job that is really good for keeping people apart. Like, just our members playing golf out there. I mean, it's fairly easy to social distance playing golf, and like that little contraption we have on the sticks that you put your putter up and it takes the ball out. I mean, I wish I would have developed that 14 sticks, because I'd be 5 clubs. But it's really, we're fortunate that it's difficult, but keeping track of all the touch points and sanitizing carts, and like in the golf shop, Nick, we're officially kind of open this week, but you have to be careful how many people are in there, and they got to use masks. Like, it's definitely a challenge operationally, but I think we're in the easier part of the world. Like, when the world start going back together, like, think about Manhattan and office buildings. Like, I mean, that is just there's a lot of stuff going on.
Just think about elevators, going up and down elevators, and my God, it's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, I think, John, you brought up a great point. I think golf is positioned really well at this point in time, and we're fortunate to have this sport that gives you fresh air and plenty of space to spread out. So I think golf is in a great place, and I do think some of the other silver linings are spending time with family and friends and kind of appreciating things. I mean, a lot of people are eating at home when they used to eat out, and I don't know. There's a certain feeling that some of this is positive if you look at it the right way. There's a lot of challenge and a lot of bad stuff. We accept that, but we also have to find the silver linings, and I think we're trying our best.
I saw a great article the other day. I gotta find it again, but it spoke about how in history, which we all learn from history is an important thing in all aspects, that when we've had some big outbreaks, virus outbreaks or diseases, a lot of good have come from those outbreaks. Like, for example, the plague of 1817 or something like that, that developed the sewer system, for sanitary reasons. So, like, think about it. We have the sewer system right now. We take for granted. We flush the toilet. Our number twos go floating down the street, where we take for granted now, but that came from an outbreak where people got sick and they developed a way to battle diseases. So, like, I think there's many things that are going to come out of this that are actually ultimately going to be better in the long run than, I think we all kind of got lackadaisical. I mean, listen, even though I'm making light of it because you got to during these times, but, like, I just find it kind of funny. Like, I'm driving on New York State, and actually it's hysterical that, don't wear a mask, it says forget about it on the sign. It's pretty funny. But, like, I find it just bizarre to me that I'm passing signs that say, wash your hands with soap and water. Like, where did we stop doing that? At what point did we stop washing our hands but soap and water? I think it's almost like one big reminder, like, hey, there's this really cool technology called the shower. Okay, can we be clean? It's so hopefully, I think everything when the dust settles, I think it was going to be more good than bad.
I was going to rewind a little bit and kind of, like, Brian, I think we talked about possibly doing our own relief effort as far as pairing up with some celebrities and doing a PGA professional relief. But I wanted to touch on the marathon because I believe this is the first time we've spoke after the marathon, like, on the phone instead of via text.
Yep.
And I can't tell you how much fun that was.
Let me tell you, I know it was fun for you guys. I think it was more fun for us who got to watch and cheer you on and have fun with it. But for you to take, I mean, that's what we all love about golf. Is golf does so many good things, and you used it to raise awareness and raise funds for a great cause, and that was such a cool thing. I mean, you and Johnny, not only was the quality of golf incredible, but the trash talk was top notch. I tried my best to dig in there whenever I could and get people, light and enjoying it a little bit more. But that was fantastic. I give you guys so much credit. How much did you raise?
We raised 60. I think I sent the check to the Met PGA Foundation, $61.20.
So cool.
Sent the check 2 days ago.
And actually, as of this morning, I didn't even text you, Mike. Two of my members just texted me like, "Hey, totally forgot that fundraiser you did." He goes, I love it. He goes, I'm gonna send you a check. Just let me know where I gotta write it. So we're gonna be getting a couple other. And
we also have the Callaway stuff too, right?
By the way, I'm sorry to interrupt, but every time John does a voice from someone at his club, I mean, do you work at the Sopranos or what? It's like Joe Pesci.
Hey, I forgot. You just forgive me.
You left because they are there. they may not have a vowel at the end of their name, but they all are New Yorkers. Like Freddie, you're gonna love this. Speaking of that, now we're gonna go on a tangent because you made fun of me making fun of my accent. Okay. One of the guys had a pull cart. He's a very successful man. First of all, he did not have a clue on how to put the bag on the pull cart. So we watched the guy worth many zeros, because we can't help him. We can't touch and go near him. So he had to fend for himself.
Why didn't you record this?
Nick did.
Oh, God.
So he strapped it on. It was all crooked. The driver's over there. It's half hanging out. And he puts it on the bag, and he has a very strong New York accent. He's like, right, okay, I think it's good. He takes the handle, he shakes, he goes, the bag's good. He walks away, and then he walks to the first tee, and Nick goes, you're forgetting, get your bag. He goes, oh, I got to push it too?
Oh, my God.
That's great.
He goes, you told me you got to push it? Oh, like,
That is so good.
This guy has never filled up his gas tank, let alone push his own pull cart. Like, this is a guy who drives the cart, like, next to the hole and basically takes the ball out of the hole in the cart. Like, he's one of those guys.
That's so good.
It was
Frank.
hysterical.
Frank, I don't know if you were able. I'm sure Brian might have told you, but he is not exaggerating when he says the quality of golf went up when we went live. Like, no offense to Johnny, I have never seen him, number one, swing that well, consistently, and fast. John was at, like, by the time we got to, I think, our last 9 holes, I don't think John could swing like that ever again, unless you give him.
First of all, the shoes that I wore, they're in a dumpster. Number one.
Oh yeah.
Number two, it took me 2.5 weeks to get the blister off my right foot. Okay? like when that last drive that I hit down into the dark, I had nothing. My soul disappeared with the ball. I had nothing.
I'll send you the link, Frank.
I watched a little of it.
Yeah, it was.
I watched some of it. It was great.
It was so much fun.
I felt like Willis Reed out there limping home.
The best dude, and the best part, number 14, we told the guy what we were doing. We played through a father and daughter, and we told him what we were doing. He goes, "Hey, can I donate?" Boom, $20. Handed us $20. Let us play through. Hey, have a good day. Let me know where I could follow it. The next hole, I'm like, we were talking about who designed the course. So Davis Love designed the course that we were playing at Barefoot, and we got what? Courtney Love. We got Kevin Love, and we're standing on the next tee box, and I'm like, how about a little Kevin Love here? You know, swish from downtown. And John goes, hole in one? All right, how much do I get for a hole in one? Barefoot Dave, one of the members at Hempstead, was heavily involved in the gambling. He goes, all right, $500 for a hole in one. John steps up.
First of all, hold on, let me cut you off. $500. I mean, not for nothing. It's $10,000. $500. That's like, you should donate that if I chip in. A hole in one. I mean, I was lost it. I'm like, what do you get for a hole in one? Like, I don't know. Give me 1,000. Guys like, $500. I'll pay. How about if I hit the green? It's 196.
That's what he was saying. Yeah, he's like, oh, you hit the green, you get $50. You make a birdie, you make 100. So that's why. But Johnny hit the shot. I don't think anybody can replicate this ball flight. As soon as it left the club head, I go, oh God, holy shit! It hits 6 feet before the flag, dings off the flag stick to 4.5 feet, and ladies and gentlemen, he made the putt.
By the way, it was about 6. It landed about 6 feet.
Yes.
That would have been a nice tie-in, 6 feet apart.
There you go. 6 feet from the wrist.
I do have to say, it's not right to take shots at Barefoot Dave. I don't know this guy, but I know that guy stepped up to the plate. He was a supportive participant in the marathon. I mean, I want to meet Barefoot Dave. That guy is the bomb.
He'll take his copter up to Osiris, I'm sure, next week.
I think we are chopper friendly at Osiris.
I think the funniest part about Barefoot Dave, everyone's seeing him on the feed.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing Barefoot Resort. I think they thought he was the owner.
Yes, they thought like, oh, Barefoot. Yeah, he's like a big guy there. What does he own the place? No, they have nothing to do with each other. But he does want to buy the property, and he said that Mike and John, we got jobs when he does purchase the property. But yeah, that was great. That was awesome. 118 holes. I think we rode for 2 rounds. What?
Hopefully it sparked some motivation from the rest of the industry. I mean, at least our section saw it to get raisins going.
We'll just do it. We'll do it on our own. Like Barefoot Dave said, we'll take it on the road. We'll go anywhere. I'll do that once a week for every month for the rest of my life.
Okay.
That was... Yeah. I'm going to need to find a new partner, I guess, on a couple of them. John's got to recover.
Wait till the specialty doctors open up. Okay, dude?
Yeah. Hey, so let me ask you a question. Brian always asks me every time we talk, he goes, how's the family, this and that. and he's saying that I'm driving my family nuts just from being with them for the last for this whole period. Are you guys driving your families nuts?
No.
No. I quarantined with my mommy and daddy, and it was fine for the first half a day. And, it was actually fun. It was kind of like old school. Like my mom was making dinner every night. I mean, if I had one more Italian chicken cutlet, someone.
Yeah, right.
But it was fine. And then now I'm in my own apartment by myself, social distancing from the rest of the world. So it's good. It was fine. Family's all good. I was just me and my parents. I mean, we were killing Netflix. Watching Ozark, which was...
I've never been a show binger, but I've definitely gotten myself. I mean, I still haven't seen Ozark, so I've heard that that's really good. But between
Nancy and I watched the first 3 last night
of Ozark.
So.
I watched Marcella, which is awesome. I've watched Unauthorized Living, which was sick. Ballers. And what else? The high school football. I forget what the name of it is, but we watched all that, and it's I'm now a show guy. I'm a show guy.
Like you need to go take a walk somewhere.
I go out. Sun's out. I'm out. Okay. Sun goes back down. I'm home. So Kristen's here. I gotta that's our time.
Yeah.
We watch shows. We cook dinner.
So let's flip switches. What are your thoughts on how you think? Well, I guess sports in general, but like the PGA Tour, no fans, like it, don't like it. How do you like all these like little? Do you think the PGA Tour should do more of these like Tiger, Phil, and 2 athletes? Like, what do you think? Members loved seeing like Peyton and Tom Brady.
Yeah, the match was awesome. The match was so cool.
I think it's great. I hand it to golf for trying to be creative there. And I love crossing over into sports. I know Steph Curry wants to be involved in the next one. I'm all for it, man. I think we should go out into entertainment. We should get foursomes even. Let's just make a lot of different inroads with other industries and have some fun with it.
I want to see
those 2 matches were great.
Steph Curry and Tony Romo paired up with 2 PGA Tour pros, guys who can strike it, play well, and actually Peyton Manning. Put that guy on a par 3, would you? I mean, I think he got closest to the flag twice out of the 4. But yeah, I would definitely like to see
we should also get into rock, man. Alex Light, Rush. That guy plays a lot of golf.
Larry the Cable Guy.
Cooper. Yeah.
Larry the Cable Guy.
Larry the Cable Guy. Why not?
It's true though. Like, it is pretty funny because Tiger is obviously Tiger. Like he's opened up more now, but like a lot of these young guys, like a Matt Wolff, and he's right out of college. Like putting a mic up, letting him carry his own bag. Like he's like one of us going out there playing golf. Like Tiger, he's not going to talk a lot. Phil doesn't shut up, but Tiger, Tiger is great. I mean, I like to hear the chatter. I think like. The trash talking in golf is so much different than any other sport because, like, it's such a slower playing basketball. If you said go to stadium, like, it's quick talk, but like, it's so mental in golf. Like, I love to see someone be like, that's not good. Like that's not good. Let them think about it for a minute. Like, I love seeing like how Charles Barkley was giving Brady stuff. Like, it's all in good fun. I think we get so serious. Because with sports and everything, I loved watching top athletes get on each other's nerves. Like, how about with Phil, with Tiger close or whatever, and Phil told him to mark it from like 160 yards away. And he's like, I'll mark it with my gold medal. And it's like, like those are things that the people who aren't maybe golf nuts, they like to see those things. They like to see our top athletes be human.
Dude, that shot Tom Brady hit after talking shit to Charles Barkley was unbelievable. He's like, all right, Chuck, hold on. He's like, I'm focusing on the Super Bowl. I haven't been working on my golf game. Hold on, give me a second. Jars it and goes, suck on that, Chuck. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
That was so cool.
Brian and I are big fans. I'd love to see John Daly out there. That'd be interesting.
That would need to be on paid programming. That's that's like either HBO or pay-per-view. I have a feeling.
You know what? I will say this, that I think some of the main network coverage has learned a little bit from this. And I know this week the Charles Schwab Invitational at Colonial is back, and I know it's going to be different without the spectators, but I know CBS, I have some insider information. They're doing some real cool things, and they're trying to go outside the box, and I think this has been a little kick in the pants for everybody. I mean, golf is getting back there pretty quick. NASCAR is getting back there pretty quick, but it's time to be innovative. We've got to find ways to make it more exciting to watch and enjoy sports, and I know golf is going to do it. So I hope everybody watches the Charles Schwab this week.
I'm definitely going to watch it. And to answer your
at the top 30, I think.
Yeah,
Awesome.
To answer your question, John, from before, it's going to be weird for sure to see no fans, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot weirder for the guys playing in the tournament because they're going to make a birdie. They're going to tip their cap. I guarantee someone is going to tip their cap after they make a putt just out of habit, for sure, or thank the crowd, something like that, and that's obviously going to go viral. But
what are you thinking about like the Ryder Cup? Like everybody's coming out. Even they came out again today. They can't do this without the fans. I mean, what would the first tee be like, which is the most terrifying? I mean, Keegan Bradley used to tell me stories that it was the most terrifying thing he's ever, been through. So
I'd love to experience that.
Yeah, no, I guess actually that's a good point. In a sense, like playing golf for these guys without fans, they're gonna be okay. Like you grow up playing golf basically without fans. Yeah. For the most part, like it's that type of sport. But it is true. Listen, when you're over a 10-foot putt to win the tournament, it's a little different when you're just with 7 guys around you compared to 10,000. Like, definitely a different nerve, feeling. So it'll be interesting to see kind of, I'm wondering if the performance of the golfers out there are better. I wonder if you're going to see better play because there's less eyes. Like,
how much better? How much better is it going to get? You're going to see like 27 under.
I'm sure Patrick Reed will cheat more. I mean, that's easy.
Well, Brooks had a good line. They're going to lose golf balls with no fans.
Yeah, there's going to be some people that lose golf balls. Right.
Tiger can't move any boulders
anytime
soon.
Yeah.
But I flipped on the challenge the other day, like with other sports. Like I think golf, like NASCAR, these guys can't hear a fan anyway. They'll hear something. NASCAR doesn't. That's negligible. Like who cares? But like even the MMA, like I turn on UFC, like there's a crowd there. But again, you're so focused on beating the shit out of each other. What are you really paying attention to the crowd? But like football, basketball, baseball, like that's
hockey.
Yeah, that's going to be like a Rangers score a goal and the horn goes off and it sounds like practice.
There's not going to be anybody going whoa.
Right, like I think those type of sports, that's going to be really weird for the players, other than golf and NASCAR and
my football team was preparing. I'm a Falcons fan. Was preparing for this like 3 years ago. Didn't they have like artificial noise or something like that? They could just create that.
Yeah, look at this. Look at the soccer guys. They're putting like all kinds of cardboard in the seats.
Yes.
And, stuffed animals.
Oh, I'm anxious to see it.
I mean, listen. At this point, I think as a spectator and as a sports fan in general, I'll watch 2 flies race to the finish. At this point.
All right, boys. I'm sure we could do this until midnight. But Johnny got his dinner in. Brian and Frank, I'm not sure if you did. I haven't. So.
I'm starving.
I'm ready to head to the table myself.
Yeah, John ran his plate through the garden.
Yeah. Crowell's been lapping his house for the last 45 minutes.
Well, it's getting dark walking your place there.
Yes, it is. I don't have the switch on, so there's no light. I can't turn the light on because the switch isn't on. So.
Well, let me just say this before we go.
Yes.
Congratulations again on your appointment. Congratulations to you and Johnny and all the good work you do. And that marathon was awesome. Good stuff.
Appreciate it.
Good stuff. And thanks for having us on the program.
You got it.
Yeah, let's try and do something together when you guys get when we get to somewhere up here. It'd be fun to do a big skins game somewhere like they're doing down in Orlando or something. That'd be fun.
Great.
Maybe do something in the fall. So,
all right.
Yeah, you guys do a great job.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Brian Crowell, Frank Darby from On Course, SiriusXM Radio. Was that channel 92?
Sirius 208 XM 92.
There you go. You heard it from the man. All right. Strokes Gained podcast brought to you by 14 Sticks. Go to 14-sticks.com. Enter code Strokes Gained for 10% off your entire order. Thanks, boys.
See you soon, man.
See you later.
Take care.
See ya.
Bye.
Give me a stroke. Give me some gain. Strokes Gained Podcast.